He's right. Jack Holt back with you in Macomb for the Macomb Invitational. We're going to be Brown County against West Hancock as Brown County comes into this ball game 5-4. And you said that West Hancock, Jack, was a 9-1. Is that what
9-1? Reeled off 8 in a row, and then they lost to Camp Point Central in a game where they only scored 31 points. In fact, let's take a look at that one real quick. We can pull that up for you. The score of that game, actually, of course they have it right here, was 46-31 Camp Point Central after Camp Point Central got those football players back. That really helped them a lot. But, you know, it's interesting. West Hancock lost the game, then they beat Clark County, but then Brown County comes in with 3 wins in a row, so the momentum might be the way of Brown County right now.
It could be, and Jack, as we apologize to our listeners that we started on the wrong station, but we're right now. Hopefully we'll pick up those people that were over there. That with that, Brown County did not have a summer program. Jeff Smits did not get hired until the end of August, and so therefore he had no time to work with the kids. So, and then we were already in football season.
Well, it's somewhat that way, but the thing is, Jeff Smits has coached summer basketball for a lot of years, and he's rotated a few of these kids in and out over those years when he's had some of that summer ball. His own son, Camden, of course, who played at Triopia before. But these kids are very versatile, and you know, it's not like some coach has a magic potion that's going to do something completely different than everybody else. But Jeff will get them going. It'll look good, and we'll be looking forward to seeing this Brown County squad today. I know you've had a chance to see them quite a few times. I'd take a little bit more volume in my headset if you wouldn't mind, Steve.
Okay.
I think you can probably help me out with that. The Titans are on the floor. Haven't started the clock for the next game. It's scheduled to start at 10:30. That one came on real good.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be just a little late in starting if they start that clock as they do. But this tournament takes a few breaks, and we can tell you the brackets look like this. Jacksonville just got the 56-41 win over Abington. Neither team rated. So the winner of this game at 5 o'clock tomorrow night will play against Jacksonville. The loser plays the 9 o'clock game tomorrow morning against Abington Avon. In our second round today, in the second session, it'll be Monmouth Roseville and Canton playing at 1 o'clock. And then number 4, Rockridge and Pittsfield play at 2:30. I don't think Steve will mind us telling you can listen to and watch that game on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube today as we work back and forth together a lot. And then also at 4 o'clock, it's number 2, Eureka taking on Illini West, whose only win of the season is over Pittsfield. Macomb plays Illini Bluffs at 6:30 tonight, a 4-7 Illini Bluffs team, and Macomb with 1 win on the season, or no wins on the season. And then number 3, Farmington plays at 8 o'clock against Liberty in a game we'll have on Central Illinois Sports. And then the 9:30 game, Lewiston and Camp Point Central, which may be the best matchup of the day. That one also will be on Central Illinois Sports. And Steve will take care of the Brown County squads, and we'll take care of Liberty, Camp Point Central, and Pittsfield throughout this tournament. Unusual tournament, played today and tomorrow, take Friday off as Western has a home game. And then they'll play the championships on Saturday, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning with semifinals of the consolation brackets and the 5th and 6th place brackets, and then championship basketball. This is one of the few tournaments that still uses that format where you can play 2 games on the last day.
Well, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's tournament time, and it's holiday tournament time, and sometimes it's better. Yes, the kids are tired depending on the ball game, but also they're in basketball mode all day that way.
We can also tell you that West Central of Winchester and Bluffs beat South County at the Waverly tournament, 72-47. They were scheduled to do that, and they're just seconds away from starting the Routt and Carrollton game, which ought to be a good matchup in the second game of their tournament. In the third game at noon, they'll have North Mac and Greenfield Northwestern, New Berlin and Pawnee at 1:30 today. Triopia, the number 2 seed, against Tri-City at 4:30. At 6 o'clock, Luther and Lincolnwood. At 7:30, Auburn and North Green. And at 9 o'clock, Athens and Edinburgh. And you've got your girls' staff working on BC Hornet Sports.com.
Correct.
They'll be bringing you action this afternoon, a little bit later this afternoon.
5 o'clock, they will bring you the ball game at Beardstown, and if the girls win tonight at Beardstown, then they will play at 8 o'clock again tonight, so they're going to play possibly 2 games in one day. Susie Houston and Sandy Prather will be bringing you that ball game. Want to remind you that you're listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling in Mount Sterling. They will install Trina and Mitsubishi equipment, service all geothermals, furnaces, air conditioners, heat pumps, ductless mini split systems. Call the Comfort Man at 773-2626. Visit them on the web at comfortman.com. We're going to talk about the Yingling and Nissen keys to the game. The Yingling and Nissen Agency offering unparalleled service, competitive quotes to clients throughout the entire state of Illinois and Missouri. Yingling and Nissen Agency, 111 West Washington in Mount Sterling. Call 773-3397. And Jack, the keys for Brown County in this ball game are free throws. They have been horrendous, shooting below 60% a lot of the first part of the season, but have brought that up to over 60% to 64.4 because 2 out of the last 3 ball games they have shot over 80%, and in fact beat Greenfield Northwestern because of their free throw shooting. And I know that's bothered Jeff Smith a lot. When you can't make free throws, it's a charity stripe. So that's the number one key for Brown County. The other thing that they've had is that turnovers. They've had a numerous amount of turnovers, and part of that, again, we talked about no summer ball, and you're right, these kids will adapt, but it's taken them a while to get to Jeff's offense. Some balls have gone, for instance, to the corner, and there's nobody there. And so it goes out of bounds. And so those mistakes are starting to go away. So they need to eliminate mistakes. They need to make free throws. And the other thing I will tell you, Jeff Smith does not believe in the three-pointer, particularly when you're shooting 25% on three-pointers. And so he likes the percentage inside that paint and getting the ball down low. And so those are the keys for Brown County. What do you think the keys are for West Hancock in this ball game?
Well, it all starts with 3-year starter, 4-year starter now, Drake Hamill, who is really just quite a scorer and a good player. He's about 6'1" now. The card says 5'11", but I'll tell you what, that's a young man who can really play. West Hancock will throw the 3 up a lot of times. They don't mind shooting the 3, but they'll take it inside first and come back out. And they don't have the big boy in Logan Dorothy, but they do have normally the brother in Lucas Dorothy, the 6'3" junior. But did you tell me he's not on the squad right now?
Well, let's see. I'm trying to look at the 3 people. No, it's Hamill, Knowles, and Menendez that are not on the roster at this point.
The Dorothy boy's brother's at McMurray now, and he was a force inside. And so we'll look to see the younger brother in Lucas Dorothy, who's a 6'3" junior, out there joining Hamill and some others. You know, the other thing is you can ill afford to have your best players get in foul trouble early in the ball game, and so you got to be a little bit careful there too. We do know that Pittsfield, Griggsville, Perry, Pleasant Hill Lady Sockies played at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll try to get you a score on that from Beardstown and some of the other updates. I've got their bracket, but you don't get an update of their scores that I can find anywhere at this point. So if you've got those, send us a chat on bchornetsports.com, and Steve can pass those along too. We'll take a break. Steve will come back and tell you more. Brown County tries to be the first team to pull an upset against the number 1 West Hancock Titans, who are the defending champions, won their first tournament last year, and we'll tell you more when we come back after these.
Steve Surratt and Jack Holt back with you in Macomb, Illinois for the Macomb Invitational, where it's the Brown County Hornets playing the West Hancock Titans today. West Hancock comes in at 9-1, and Brown County comes in at 5-4 with a 3-game winning streak. And Jack Hall alongside of me today. You're listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show as we are just a few minutes away from getting started today. Let's talk about the starting lineups for Brown County and West Hancock. For West Hancock, it'll be Drew Martins at 5'10", junior at the guard position. It'll be Peyton Dooley, also a guard, 5'10", and a senior. And Caleb Sineley, they have him listed as a guard, so he's 6 foot and a senior. And then I missed my fifth one, Jack, off of my sheet.
Kuchel? Milo
Kuchel. He's a forward, 6 foot, and a sophomore, and I should have had one more.
Well, I've got Martins, Dooley, Sinel, is that how you pronounce it?
Sineley, yep.
Hamill, and Kuchel.
You've got Hamill, and I scratched Hamill off my sheet. That's why I screwed up there.
You don't want to do that because he'll be and pay very little attention to the heights on these. Reno Pinkston never sends those out, and so I just guess on them, and then we fix them afterwards. About 3 coaches have done that now. And by the way, if you've got an update on that Pittsfield girls game at 9 o'clock today, we'd like to know the score of that to kind of send you some information on that. A little bit better crowd than the first game that had about 70 people estimated. Looks like we've kind of quadrupled that at this point, and the crowds will start growing a little bit today. But we're glad you've joined us for this holiday tournament. About 5 minutes away from game time, and the Brown County Hornets are in the locker room getting some last-minute advice from their coach. And they'll have the starters. They do announce the starters here. I also want to tell you that the Winchester tournament is coming up in that first full week, I do believe, of January. Let me get my little...
And they start off with a big bang, with a big clash there of rivals. It'll be Brown County against Triopia at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. That's the 5th through the 12th, and they'll play 8 games that first day. We'll let you know about what games we'll be bringing to you on the 2 broadcasts from bchornets.com and Central Illinois Sports also as we bring you action on the internet. And, of course, always glad to see it. You know, one thing about this tournament, you see a lot of the same officials because they work twice each day. And so you kind of get to know the officials. And as we were usually at courtside, we really got to know them a little bit better. But today we are high above the stadium here at Western Illinois University. And Leroy Ufkus Court now. And many years it was a tartan surface. Now they went back to the traditional wood floor. But the Western girls have really made some knots in some people's tails throughout their season already. And a Coffin girl from Jacksonville, one of those players. They've got some nice programs going on here at Western right now. Their football program was very good, too. And so we invite you to get up here to Western and enjoy some of that, too, as we get ready for Brown County and West Hancock.
Okay, your starters for Brown County this morning are Mason Buss, a 5'11 junior for Brown County. Camden Smits, a 6'2 senior. He'll play the post on the offense, but won't jump the ball for Brown County. Nathan Hindeker will be your starting center for the jump ball, 6'3 and a junior. Gavin Miller will be one of your guards at 5'8 and a junior. And Brady Bergman, a senior. Jack, did you put that height on there? You said you kind of guessed at the heights. Brady Bergman, I don't think...
That came from last year, actually, Steve. They gave us heights last year.
Well, guess what? I have him at 6'2", but I don't know that Brady is a 6'2 ball player, but we'll see.
You know, you go by what the coaches tell you, and sometimes they'll tell you a little bit of a story on people's heights.
Well, sometimes it's kind of like football. You kind of lie about the weights a little bit. You're either up or down, and you want to look scrawny when you're not, or you want to look really big. Sometimes, Coach put a foot on the scales.
I put a foot other places sometimes too. I think if you didn't do things the way you're supposed to.
Yeah. But that's what's going on there. We're getting close to game time here. Probably won't have a national anthem, but we'll take another station break really quick on the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. We thank our sponsors for being on board today. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. Send us a chat on the MixLR app. We would love to hear that. Or you can send me a text. I'll try to get to it at 217-740-9234. 217-740-9234. Steve Surratt and Jack Hull with the broadcast. We'll be back after these messages. B&N Trucking is locally owned and operated since 1999 with a family-oriented, family values approach to business. If you need something hauled or want to be part of their team as a driver or owner-operator, call B&N Trucking at 217-289-3555. And then the highest quality fencing is wrought iron fencing. There's no product that lasts longer, not welded wire, not wood or vinyl. A rustic garden makes historic style wrought iron fencing and gates to fit your forever home. 100 years, 200 years, who knows how long wrought iron fencing will last. Check out rusticgardens.com. And you can check out the events and the recap of the ball game each week at the Democrat Message. Stop by their office at 123 West Main Street in Mount Sterling to start your subscription or call 217-773-3371, the Brown County Democrat Message. And Jack, we're about ready to get started here, and they're giving the starting lineups out there for each squad.
I'll need some. There you go. I still could use just a little bit of headset, but I noticed one thing. It's a little bit different. Nathan Hendricker now standing at about 6'3", and that's a pretty good-sized garden, and so he doesn't have to play in the post much. And then also Camden Smith is a guy that I'm used to having a headband on him, I thought, over the years. And has he gotten rid of the headband this year?
Well, I had seen it earlier. Bain Woodward is wearing a headband, and we're getting ready for the tip-off here. We want to thank Scranton Heating and Cooling for the sponsorship of the broadcast today and the pregame show. Nathan Hendiker getting ready to tip off, and he'll be against
Drake Hamill.
Tip goes to Brown County. Smits with the ball. Gives it to Buss. He's going to bring it to the top of the key to start things out today. Brown County going to our screen left. Over to Miller on the right side. Miller's dribbling. Back out front to Smits. Smits down in the corner to Hendiker. He dribbles, looks for reset the offense. He's going to bring it out front, restart things. 1-3-1 offense for Brown County. Miller in the corner with the ball. Smits top of the key. Hendiker on the left-hand side. No one to throw to. Dribbles, goes baseline, gets cut off. Back out front to Smits. To Buss at the top of the key. To Miller in the corner on the right side. Back out front to Bergman. Top of the key. Buss on the left-hand side of the key. None of Hendiker at the top of the key at the free throw line. Back out the bus, down low to Schmitz, and it'll going to be a turnover for Brown County as Kochel gets his hands on the ball and gets tied up, and it'll be West Hancock's ball.
Yeah, Brown County very patient on the offense, almost used a minute, but then turned it over as they tried to go down low, and here comes West Hancock on the attack.
Dooley brings it down to the right side, down to Hamill. Hamill back in the lane to Dooley, no good. Back out front, reset the offense. That's going to be Hamill. Hamill back over to Dooley. Dooley throws in the corner to Martins. It'll take me a minute to get these names. And a throw up by Hamill, and that is good. And it's going to be West Hancock 2 and Brown County nothing. Bus brings up the ball. Down court. Left hand, tries to get it into Bergman, but gets the ball back. Miller on the right-hand side. He's going to bring the ball. Nope, he's going to drive the lane and loses the ball out of bounds, and that's going to be like the second turnover of the ball game for Brown County in the ball game. And like I said,
6:24 left first quarter of play. 2-0 West Hancock in the early going here, and they're on the attack as we have second game of the day here at Western.
Dooley to Sinley. Sinley out front to Hamill. Hamill spins and turns from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Martins. Back out to Dooley, to Martins. Back over to Sinley. He's going to reset the offense. Back out to Martins. Down low to Hamill. Hamill dribbles, turns and spins, goes to the lane and makes it 4-0. Brown County down by 4 points early in this ball game over West Hancock. Hinneker on the right-hand side with the ball. Drives the lane, shoots from the free throw line, and it's good. Brown County finally scores, and it's West Hancock 4 and Brown County 2. Coming back the other way, it'll be Dooley bringing up the ball for West Hancock. He drives the lane, pulls up and shoots, and makes, and that's 2 points in the ball game for him, and it'll be 6-2. And quick back the other way, Miller gets the ball down to Bergman on what I call a fast break, and Bergman makes the bucket, and that's going to count. He's fouled in the process, and the foul is on Kuchel, Milo Kuchel, his first foul of the ball game.
Team first, his first. Free throw line goes Bergman looking for the old-fashioned three-point play. 6-4 West Hancock at the 5:17 mark of the first quarter of play. And the free throw by Bergman up with the right hand is in and out, no good, and the rebound comes off to Hamill, his second.
And it's going to be Dooley bringing the ball up for West Hancock. Dooley over to Sinley, down in the corner to Kuchel, back out to Kuchel in the front court to Dooley. He's going to drive the lane. It's stolen by Hinneker. It's going to go the other way. First turnover for West Hancock. Hinneker feeds it over to Bergman, and Bergman is fouled on the layup, and he'll go to the line.
Bergman gets fouled by West Hancock. We'll wait to see it go up on the scoreboard to tell you who the foul's on. As they're a little slow, Bergman's going to shoot two here.
Kuchel, that's his second foul.
Kuchel's going to pick up his second, team second of the ball game. That's big against them. No free throws. They did think it was a shooting foul.
Okay, into the ball game is for Brown County, and
wearing the number 10. I don't have one of those.
Well, I'm going to have it. It's Fullerton, and Hindeker feeds into Schmitz in the lane, and that's 2 points. It's Western 6 and Brown County 6 at this point. Ball's on the right-hand side. I've got to get my scorecards back up here. Hamill, he feeds down low to Martins. Martins in the corner. Feeds it out to Dooley. Dooley drives the lane and loses the basketball, and that's another turnover for West Hancock. Hindeker with the ball on the left-hand side, down low to Schmitz in the corner. Brady Bergman in the lane, no good. Rebound is Kuchel, and it'll be brought up by Dooley. Dooley over to Martins. Over to Sinnel at the top of the key. Back in left-hand side to Kuchel. To Dooley and then to Sinnel. He throws up a three-pointer and it's no good.
Bergman picks up his second rebound of the ball game.
And so it's going to be Fullerton bringing the ball up. Throws it, no man there. Sinnel intercepts that pass, brings it back, and the third turnover for Brown County. Back to the top of the lane, Dooley. to Martins. Martins out front to Hamill. Hamill drives the lane, shoots, no good, gets his own rebound, goes back up and is fouled by Fullerton on the follow-up. And that'll be his first foul of the ball game.
So Fullerton is number 10, correct, Steve?
Yes.
His team first free throws to be shot by Hamill, who has 4 points in the early going here. It's a 6-6 ball game at the 3:23 mark of the first quarter. West Hancock going back and looking for the lead, and Hamill gets it for this first. He's got 5.
Tice Fullerton is a freshman and been getting a lot of playing time for Brown County.
We see Lucas Dorothy into the ball game as Hamill's at the free throw line, so Dorothy adds a little size. Second one up by Hamill also good, and he's got 6 in the early going and gives his team an 8-6 lead after the game was tied at 6. Out of the ball game goes Mason Buss, and
Woodward goes
Woodward into the ball game for the first time today. That's Bain Woodward.
Fullerton brings the ball up, left-hand side to Hindeker. Hindeker drives, pulls up at the free throw line and takes a shot, and it's 2 for Hindeker. That'll be 8-8. West Hancock and Brown County.
Second tie of the ball game.
And 4 points for Hindeker in this ball game. Martins over to Hamill. Hamill to
Dooley.
I had that right. Back to Hamill, down low in the post to Dorothy. He puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Bergman, and that's his second one. Down to Smits on the fast break, and they lose the ball, and Smits is going to get a foul on that.
Smits turned it over, Brown County with their 4th turnover, and then Smits, just like it happens all the time, you have a turnover and then you get a foul, and that's the 4th turnover on Brown County in this 8-8 ball game at the 2:39 mark of the first quarter on BCHornetsports.com.
Dooley brings up the ball for West Hancock. To Martins, back out to Dooley. Dooley on the left-hand side gives it to Hamill. He shoots a 3, no good. Rebound Fullerton for Brown County. He'll bring it down. They're going to try to move the pace of this ball game up to Woodward on the right-hand side. Banked and good. And Brown County takes the lead in this ball game, I believe, for the first time, Jack.
First lead change of the ball game on Woodward's first 2 points. They lead it by a 10-8 score. Timeout on the court, 2:15 left first quarter, back in 30 seconds. After the timeout, Brown County takes a 10-8 lead with 2:15 left in the first quarter. And so actually Brown County doing a nice job moving the ball around, picking up the pace a little bit. West Hancock's the team that wants to slow it down just a little bit. Reno Pinkston kind of designs things like a chess game, and he likes to have it in the right places. Hamill's kind of got a free rein to shoot wherever he wants to, but the rest of them will have to kind of stay within the offense a little bit more.
And Hamill has shot the ball quite a bit, Jackie. 3-point lane, in the lane, wherever. Like you said, he kind of has free rein. And it'll be Dooley bringing the ball up for West Hancock with 2:10 left here in the first quarter. Right-hand side to Martins. Back out to Dooley. He's going to shoot a 3 from the top of the key. No good. Rebounds Hamill. He gets it up, puts a layup, and it's up and good. And we have a tie ball game, 10-10. West Hancock and Brown County with 1:55 left in the ball game. Fullerton brings the ball up for Brown County. Left-hand side to Hindeker. Guarded by Sinelli. Down low to Smits. Feed to Fullerton. Feed back to Bergman. Nice feeding under the basket, and we got a 12-10 ball game. Brown County over West Hancock.
Bergman's got 4 in the ball game, and he's not backing down from anybody right now. Doing a really good job is Brady Bergman.
And so it's Sinelli with the ball. Back over to Dooley. He's going to reset the offense. Looks like a 1-2-2 offense. Back out to Sinelli. Down low to Dorothy. And that pass is broken up by Bergman. A third turnover for West Hancock. Fullerton pushes the ball down. Hindeker drives the lane, goes in, feeds the ball low to Bergman. Back out to Hindeker. Now it's Woodward for 3. No good. And that's going to be Hamill. He's going to bring it back the other way with the rebound.
His third of the ball game. He's got 8 points and 3 rebounds. Under a minute left first quarter, 12-10 Brown County. We've been tied at 6, 8, and 10.
Dooley to Dorothy, back to Dooley for 3. No good. Rebound, Martins feeds the ball back out, gives it to Hamill. He's on the left-hand side. Back out front to Sinley, to Dooley, to Dorothy. Dorothy feeds low to Hamill, and they're going to call a foul on Cameron Smits on that play for pushing.
Smits is going to pick up his third team foul. 35 seconds left in the quarter. They'll get Smits out of the ball game here in the early going. He picks up his second, and Chance Fuquay comes into the ball game for the first time. Chance is a 6'1 sophomore.
Ball inbounded to Sinley. Sinley in the corner to Hamill on the left side. Back out to Sinley. Cross court to Martins. Back out front to Dooley. To Sinley. To Hamill, he's going to drive baseline, pulls up, and it's going to be a travel as he pulled up and didn't have anywhere to go.
Good defense is the reason for that. The man down low stepped where he was going to break to, and Hamill wasn't expecting that. Now Spitz is going to come back into the ballgame on the offensive side. 18 seconds left in the quarter as Fuquay will sit down. Brown County leads at 12-10, shooting for their biggest lead of the ballgame with just 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Fullerton brings it into the front court for Brown County. Left-hand side. Brings it back out front. Feeds it down low to Smith. Give and go to Henniker, and it's good. Brown County 14 and West Hancock 10 with just less than a second. And that's the end of the first quarter. As we end one quarter of play here, it's Brown County leading at the end of one, 14-10 on BCHornetsports.com. We'll be back after these messages. Well, sorry, Jack.
14-10 in favor of Brown County, and they start off with a turnover here in the second quarter of play. Steve will set the lineups in just a minute. Just underway in the second quarter, 14-10 Brown County.
Ball down low, trying to get it to Dooley in the lane with Sinley, and the ball goes out of bounds, but that was off of a Brown County man. Sorry about that. My foot was stuck in the cord, and I couldn't get the commercial to stop. I was a mess.
You were a mess, Steve.
I was. Dooley going to inbound for them in low to Dorothy, and he bounces it off his knee, and that's going to be a turnover for West Hancock, and that's 5 turnovers.
On each team.
On each team, okay.
Biggest lead of the ball game right now for Brown County, 14-10, shooting for a bigger lead than that.
Fullerton brings the ball into the front court. Left-hand side to Hinderker. Back to the top of the key to Bergman. Right side to Fullerton. He can't find anybody to pass it to. Finally gets it to Woodward. Back over to Hinderker on the left side. He tries to drive, and nice defense by Dooley. Pulls up and shoots in the lane. No good. Dorothy with the rebound. That's his first rebound of the ball game. Dooley will bring it into the front court for Wes Hancock.
It's important that Hinderker doesn't force his shot. He's got to get it into the offense. He does better there.
Dooley gets the ball, or I should say Hamill gets the ball in the lane and tries to make that pass to Dorothy, and it goes out of bounds. Nice defense there by Brown County, and Fullerton will bring it back in. 6:45 left here in the second quarter. 14-10 Brown County over West Hancock. Fullerton sets up the offense. Right-hand side to Woodward. Down low to Hinderker, and nice defense by Dooley to knock the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Brown County's ball.
Woodward came in for Miller about halfway through the first quarter, and he's played since, and he's been an integral part so far, but can't force the ball to the corner where there's no place to get it.
Fuquay in the corner trapped, and he stepped out of bounds in the process, and so that's going to be a turnover by Brown County, and we'll take it back the other way. 6-4 the Brown County Hornets. And it's going to be Dooley bringing the ball up. He brings it on the right side to Martins. Top of the key to Sineley. And it's Himmel from the left side. No good, short, and a fight for the rebound. Going to be a jump ball between Fullerton and Martins. And it's going to be West Hancock's ball on the play. I want to let you know, Chance Fuquay back in the ball game for Smits down on the low post.
Smith has 2 fouls, so he's having to sit for a while.
Martin's in the lane, turns and shoots, and he's going to be fouled. And they're going to say, I believe, Fuquay on that foul.
Fuquay's first, team 4th, not a shooting foul. It'll be ball out of bounds, and Hamels is so much of the offense right now, you see no other flow. When they've tried to get the ball to Dorothy, he's had trouble with the catch.
Inbound to Martins. He's going to bring it over to the right-hand side to Dooley, to Sineley. Back out to Dooley, top of the key. He dribbles to the left-hand side, gives it to Martins. Martin cross court to Sineley. He's behind the three-point line. Going to reset it again as Dooley comes out front to reset the offense.
Brown County playing
the left-hand side.
Brown County playing a 2-3 defense, and that's really giving them trouble. Now a little lob down to Hamill, and he puts it up, and it's good. Hamill's got 10 in the ball game, and it's a 14-12 Brown County lead.
5:40 left in the ball game. Forward to Woodward. Yes. Woodward with the ball. Back out front to Fuquay. Left-hand side to Fullerton. He's looking for somebody to be open. Hindeker back at the top of the keys got the ball.
Man-to-man West Hancock. That's pretty normal for them.
Hindeker drives and shoots, and it is blocked by Hamill. He brings it down the other direction. And he should have been called a foul from behind, but didn't. And it's going to be Dooley driving, and it is good. And I believe that Fuquay is going to get another foul on that, Jack. On the blocking foul, and it was good. So we're tied 14-14 in this ball game with 5:13 left on the clock.
In the second quarter, it'll be Dorothy going for the lead. Our second league change of the ball game comes right now. Now a 15-14 lead for West Hancock. 5:10 left, second quarter on the scoreboard show here on BCHornets.com.
Fullerton gives to Hindeker. Hindeker drives the lane, goes up, and it is no good. And the rebound is Sineley, and it'll go back the other direction. 4:55 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. 15-14, West Hancock over Brown County. Sineley on the left-hand side, top of the key. Himmel, he's going to try to drive, pulls up, feeds it to Dooley in the corner. No good. Rebound, Fuquay. Woodward, and they're going to fast break down to Hindeker. Hindeker's looking one-on-one, pulls up and shoots and makes the shot, and it'll be 16-15 Brown County over Western with 4:30 left on the Cass Communications clock.
Third lead change of the ball game. Hindeker with 8 in the ball game. Brown County leads at 16-15 now.
Martins back out to Dooley, top of the key. He goes to the lane, puts it up, down to Dorothy. Dorothy makes the shot, and it'll be 17-16 with 4:13. Fourth lead change there in the ball game.
Good job, Steve. You're getting my hand signal.
Yeah, I am. And Fullerton over to Woodward on the right-hand side. Down low to Fuquay. To Fullerton. Fullerton drives the lane, can't get in there, feeds it up to Woodward for 3. No good. And the rebound is Himmel. Hamill down the court. Gives it to Dooley to set up the offense, and Smits is going to come back in the ball game, and so is Buss when we get a time here. And it's Hamill from three-point range, no good. Rebound is Martins, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Fullerton on that play. Let's see how that got called. Nope, it was 3-3, which is going to be Bergman on that foul, Jack.
His first, team 6th. That is the 6th offensive rebound for West Hancock in the ball game. They lead at 17-16. Brown County's got a box out on the defensive side with 3:33 left second quarter, and it's West Hancock ball shooting for a bigger lead. They've led by as much as 4 in the ball game.
Fuquay and Woodward come out of the ball game, and Smits and Buss back into the ball game. Hamill takes a short jumper from the right side of the key. Rebound Smits. We'll go back the other direction. Buss bringing the ball up at this point. And Brown County will reset their offense.
0 for 8 is West Hancock from the three-point line, so you'd like to see them keep shooting that.
Smits down low, tries to feed it to Bergman, and it is intercepted by Dorothy. 7th turnover by Brown County in the ball game. 17-16, 3 minutes left here in the second quarter on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Dooley, right side to Sineley. Sinley looking low. Hamill wants the ball in the lane. Ought to be about 3 seconds in there. He's never had a foot completely out. Martins drives. No, back out to Sinley. Sinley to Hamill. Hamill's going to try to force his way in. And no good. Follow-up shot, Martins, and he's knocked to the ground, and that's going to be a foul. And we'll see who that foul is on.
I
here,
think
Jack.
Berkman just cross-body blocked him that time, and it'll be Berkman's second foul of the ball game. 7th team foul. It'll be a shooting foul. 3 for 3 is West Hancock from the line. Berkman goes up and shakes the hand of Martins, who will go to the free throw line looking for his first points. It's a 17-16 West Hancock lead. 2:36 left in the half, and they're going to give him the 2-shot foul. Actually, it's only been a 2-point lead ever in the ball game for West Hancock. No, they led 4-0 actually at one time. First free throw is up and good. Boy, they are good at making their free throws.
Call your ASE technicians, Doug and Darren Henry, for dealership quality repair and service. Henry Automotive, 773-9066.
Martins with his first point of the ball game. 18-16 West Hancock. 2:36 left in a half on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Second one up, in, out, and back in again. Martins has got 2 and a 4-point lead for the second time today.
2:30 left here in the second quarter. 19-16 West Hancock with the lead. Hindeker on the right side with the ball being guarded by Sinley. Gives it to Fuquay. Fuquay tries to put it down to Smits, and it's intercepted by Hamill on the play.
I think it should be 20-16. Both those free throws went in, but I'll wait for them to update it here in just a little bit.
Ball down low to Dorothy. Dorothy back out front to Sinley. Sinley in the corner to Dooley. Dooley drives the lane, pitches it back out to Hamill. Hamill at the top of the key gives it back to Sinley. To Dooley at the left-hand side. It's no good. Rebound, Hindeker. Brown County will try to fast break and throw the ball away as Cameron Smits can't get the ball.
No, Hindeker just got a wild pass there. 1:52 left in the half. 19-16 is the score. Charlie tells me it is correct right now. 3-point lead. And the basketball for West Hancock with 1:45 left in the half. And Dooley brings it across the half-court line. There's 2 3-point lines here, a college and a high school, and it kind of messes up these high school kids.
And Hamill's got the ball underneath and a layup for him, and that ought to be at about 12 points for him,
He's
Jack.
got 12 on the day, 21-16 now. Biggest lead of the ball game right now for West Hancock is Brown County's just turned it over too many times.
Hindeker tries to drive in, gets cut off, tries to feed it low to Fuquay, and the ball's got by Sinley, and another turnover for Brown County.
That's 10, Steve, double-digit turnovers, and you don't want that.
Dooley brings the ball into the front court. Hamill guarded by Cameron Smits. They're going to wait for the last shot. I think they're just holding the ball.
Well, they're just not going to let Brown County play the zone. They're going to make them come out and man them up a little bit more, and Drake Hamill will stand out there the whole time if they don't come out and get him. 55 seconds left in the half, and Jeff Smits doesn't show that he's going to come out of that zone right now, trailing by 5. I actually thought maybe they would go out and pick it up a little bit more, but Cameron Smits playing with 2 fouls, and he's staying about 10 foot away from the ball. And there's nothing going on right now but the clock ticking down, and it's hard to do a play-by-play at this point. Anybody can keep up at this point.
Well, I keep waiting for Hamill to lose his concentration here in a minute, move both feet.
That ain't happening. If it does, I'll buy you a Coke at halftime.
All right. Make that a diet. I drink the stuff that kills you.
1:05 was when this started, and we're down to 16 seconds. They'll go at about the 10-second mark. You watch and see.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to do, how
get
about
ready.
Farmer State Bank?
No. You better get ready right here.
Hamill back out front to Dooley. I knew if I started reading something had happened.
Don't do that.
Dooley pulls up in the lane, shoots, no good. Rebound, Hindeker. They're going to try to go back less than a second. No! And so it's halftime here at Western Hall in the Macomb Invitational, and halftime shows West Hancock 21 in Brown County 16 at halftime. We'll be back with the Prairie Land FS halftime show after these messages.
Welcome back on the halftime show. The Cass Communications scoreboard shows a 21-16 lead for the number one rated West Hancock Titans here at halftime over Brown County. Brown County is 8 of 14 from the shooting line so far today, 57%, 0 of 2 from three-point line, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. On the other side, 8 of 26, so 12 more shots taken by West Hancock. They're just shooting 35.7%. They're 0 of 8 from the arc, but they're 5 for 5 from the free throw line, so that 5-point lead has all come from the free throw line. 2 fouls on Milo Kuchel is the only fouls on West Hancock. 2 apiece on Chance Fuquay off the bench. Brady Bergman, a starter, and Camden Smith each have 2 apiece and 1 foul on Bryce Fullerton in the first half of the ball game. It was 14-10 Brown County after one quarter, 21-16 here at halftime. We were tied at 6, 8, 10, and 14 before the West Hancock squad took a 7-2 run to take the lead here at halftime. 21-16 in favor of Brown County, or in favor of West Hancock over Brown County. We'll take a break. Second half play-by-play comes your way after these.
Steve Surratt back with you at the Western Hall where it's halftime, and it is West Hancock 21 and Brown County 16. You're listening to the Prairie Land FS halftime show. They're a farmer-owned cooperative dedicated to providing all customers with the highest quality products and services. Your local Prairie Land FS, 104 West Railroad Street in Mount Sterling, 217-773-3911, and I bet the boys are out spreading some anhydrous. I saw somebody in the field today spreading anhydrous. That shows you how warm it's got and how not frozen the soil is. And I know some farmers that didn't get some work done early in the fall, that they're glad that this weather is here and they can get some work done. Want to make sure you stay tuned afterwards for the Casting Lumber postgame show, as well as the McKay Napa Auto Parts Napa Know-How Award to the player that sparked their team today. And so we're going to give that award out. Steve Surratt and Jack Hall, we each had to take a break there. We're old men, so we needed a break. And so we'll be back in just a couple of minutes left before we get back to the ball game. Want to remind you about B&N Trucking Incorporated, locally owned and operated since 1999 with a family-oriented, family values approach to business. If you need something hauled or want to be part of their team as a driver or owner-operator, call B&N Trucking, 217-289-3555 today. And so with that, just a couple of minutes left before we go back, and we'll take another station break. Again, halftime, West Hancock 21, Brown County 16. We'll be back after these messages. Steve Surratt, Jack Hall back with you at Western Hall. We're getting ready to start third quarter action here. West Hancock 21, Brown County 16, Jack, and we had lots of lead changes there in that first half.
We had a couple lead changes, 4 in the ball game, but the big thing, Brown County turned it over 10 times, and they've got to eliminate those turnovers to be able to get back in this game. They've got the ball trailing by 5. You know, it was actually tied at 14, so Brown County needs to get back on the scoreboard, not force things and run the offense for Coach Smits.
And that's your Yingling and Nissen keys to the second half for Brown County. Miller with the ball back in the ball game, knocked away by Sinley, and it'll be Brown County's ball. So you've got Miller, Smits, Bergman, and Hindeker, and then also Buss out there. Your starting lineup back out on the floor for Brown County.
Miller's got to be able to find some openings so he can get a shot off here. He's just been having trouble with the length of West Hancock.
And Bergman bounces the ball back out to Miller. Miller drives the lane, pulls up. Back out front to Hindeker. Right side to Smith. Smith's going to drive, throws it under to Miller, and he bounces it off his leg, and another turnover. And that'll be 11 turnovers in the ball game for Brown County. 1 here to start the second half out.
Not where Miller, the 5'6" player, wants the ball underneath the basket against the big guys from West Hancock.
And so it'll be Dooley bringing the ball up for West Hancock. Over to Sinley on the left-hand side. Gets out to Dorothy at the top of the key. Back out to Dooley, right-hand side. Then Hamill's going to try to drive the lane, spin, and goes into the bucket and scores with 7:10 left here in the third quarter.
He had 12 in the first half, 14 in the ball game to lead all scorers, and now to lead the biggest of the ball game, 23-16 for West Hancock.
Hindeker on the right side for Brown County. He's going to try to drive the lane, pulls up at the free throw line, shoots, and it's no good. Rebound Dooley for West Hancock. Dooley brings the ball up slow. West Hancock's been pretty deliberate at their offense. Brown County tries to force it now and then.
They've owned the boards also in the ball game so far.
Low to Hamill. He feeds it down to Dorothy in the post, and he's fouled underneath the basket, and that's Bergman.
No, they say he traveled.
He traveled before that.
7th turnover of the ball game, 6 in the first half. Break for Brown County. They need to cut into this 7-point lead and stop the blood right now as it's flowing.
They don't need to be where they've got to shoot three-pointers because their percentages is low, 25% on three-pointers. Smits from the lane, and it's up and good. And is that his first 2?
He's got 4 in the ball game.
4 for the ball game, 2 in the second half. 6:20 left on the clock, 23-18. West Hancock over Brown County. And Dooley will bring up the ball for West Hancock. Over to Martins. Top of the key to Sinley. Feeds down low to Himmel. He's going to try to drive in and loses the ball. Back out front to Martins. Martins going to drive in, pulls up and shoots. No good. Rebound Bergman given to Smits, over to Buss, and we'll go back the other way. Hindeker on the transition. Miller in the corner.
Bergman with 4 rebounds in the ball game. Miller with the ball looking for Hindeker. Can't find anything. Gets it out back, top of the key to Buss, and Buss will try the fancy dribble on the left-hand side against Drake Hamill, a much bigger player than him.
And Sinley gets the ball away from Miller. Gets it to Hamill. Hamill down to Dorothy. Dorothy layup at the other end, 25-18. West Hancock with 5:30 over Brown County.
Points
down
after
low.
turnover.
And Bergman gets the ball down low on the fast break. Layup good. It'll be 25-20. Was fouled in the process. He'll go to the line for 1 shot. And the foul was on Sinley, his first foul of the ball game.
Miller's going to sit down, and we're going to see back in the ball game Fullerton, the freshman. And Miller just trying to do too much. West Hancock wants a timeout. 5:26 left, third quarter. 25-20. West Hancock over Brown County. Back after these.
Steve Surratt, Jack Hall back with you at Western Hall, where it's 25-20. West Hancock over Brown County. And going to the line is Bergman in the contest. He was fouled on the layup, Jack.
Yep, he'll shoot the free throw. The only free throws of the ball game shot by Brady Bergman. He's got 6 points. 0 for 1 is Brown County on the day. Trying to cut into that 5-point lead with 5:26 left, third quarter. Bergman up with it, and it's good. Good for Brady, and he's got 7 on the day, and it's a 4-point game.
Dooley will bring it into the front court for Wes Hancock. Henniker guarding him. Left-hand side to Hamill. He loses the ball for a second. He's going to drive the lane, pulls up for a short jumper. No good. Rebound, Henniker. Brown County will bring it back the other way quickly.
His second rebound of the ball game, Brown County in the man-to-man, and they're forcing the issue a little bit.
Hamill steals the ball. The pass back to Henniker. Get the layup, and it's no good. Rebound, Martins. Bassett pounce pass to Hamill. In the lane, no good. Rebound, Henniker. Fullerton's going to force it back the other way to Smits in the corner. Smits tries to go and drives and shoots, and a layup there. Her short shot. 4:40 left here in the third quarter. 25-23. West Hancock now 2-point lead over Brown County. Back the other way. Sinley, left-hand side of the key. Martin's top of the key. To Dooley, right-hand side. He drives the lane. Feeds low to Dorothy. Goes in for the layup, and he's going to be fouled by Bergman, and I believe that's going to be his third foul.
It'll be Bergman's third. He picked up 2 in the first half. Dorothy with the bucket to give his team a 4-point lead, 27-23. Brown County was on a 7-2 run. We're going to see Woodward back in the game and Fuquay, and sitting down will be Buss, and also Bergman will sit down with his third foul. 4:26 left, third quarter. 27-23 in favor of West Hancock. They're a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line, and Dorothy will try to keep that string alive. It's up and also good. You think they don't practice those? He's got 7.
4:25 left on the clock. 28-23 is Brown County brings the ball up, down by 5. On the Cass Communications scoreboard, Fullerton down low to Henniker. Henniker to Fuquay. No good in the lane. Rebound Dooley. He's going to bring it back the other direction.
He's got 4 rebounds from the point guard position.
Sinley on the left side to Hamill. Hamill back over the left-hand side to Martins. Martins back over to Dooley. Back out to Sinley. He's going to shoot 3, and that's good. Be 31-23, an 8-point lead for West Hancock over Brown County with 3:45 left here in the third quarter.
First 3-pointer they've made in the game. They're 1 for 10 from there.
And so Henniker on the left-hand side to Smits in the lane. Short jumper, and that's good.
He's got 8.
31-27. West Hancock over Brown County. 3:30 left here in the third quarter. And it'll be Dooley. Dooley to Sinley on the right-hand side. To Hamill, top of the key, to Martin's left side. Corner. Dooley down low to Dorothy. He's going to turn and jump, and that's good. The young man works good under the basket there, Jack.
He's got 9 in the ball game. 3 minutes left, third quarter. 33-25, West Hancock.
On the Cass Communications scoreboard, and Fullerton brings it front court to Henniker on the right-hand side. Trying to get it low to Smits, but they'll give it back up to Woodward, top of the key. Fullerton, the left-hand side, back out to Henniker, top of the key. Smits right about the foul line, and he's being tied up there, trying to get the ball someplace. Henniker slices to the bucket and misses a layup off of the pass, and they're going to say it's going to go the other direction. Nice thought there, waited for the opening, and nice break by Henniker for Brown County on that, Jack.
Thing is, West Hancock and the help defense came together there with a couple of guys, and Henniker was contested. Then he just stepped on the baseline as he almost had the rebound. An 8-point lead for West Hancock, ties their biggest of the ball game, and now Brown County is going to receive a technical, I do believe. No, what?
Bench warning.
I guess it's a bench warning. Must have been out of the box.
Is that a bench warning? Bench warning is what Charlie says.
That means the coach has to sit down now. He can't stand up. I don't really understand that, but that's all right. Better than a technical, I guess.
Dooley into the front court. To Sinley on the left-hand side, top of the key to Hamill. Hamill down low to Dorothy in the lane, back out to Hamill. He's going to drive in, spin and shoot. Feeds low to Dooley, and he throws it up, and I don't think he's going to count that shot.
No, actually, Hamill's going to be fouled on the pass is what's going to happen.
Okay.
It's going to go against Brown County. We'll wait and see who that one's against, and it is against Woodward, his first, team first to the second half. Or second of the second half.
Inbound from Simile to Dooley. Dooley drives the lane, and it's blocked by Henniker, but they're going to say he got the body. And so he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Henniker's going to pick up the foul. It was a late whistle, his first, team third. Free throws to be shot by the squad from West Hancock, and they're a perfect 7 for 7 from there. And Dooley, who's 5 points and a half.
Dooley to Sinley on the right-hand side. He'll go to the corner to Himmel, but it's stolen by Smits, and they're coming the other way quickly. Smits drives about the foul line, shoots, and it's partially blocked. Rebound Martins, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Martins. Going to be Brown County's ball.
After the rebound by Martins, he turns it over, 9th of the ball game, 3rd of the second half. Brown County caught a break as Smits really forced that shot after the takeaway.
Woodward inbounds, tries to get it low to Smits, and it's going to end up out of bounds. And I see that Bergman's out of the ball game.
Yeah, he's been out for a while with that third foul. 14 turnovers on Brown County, 4 in the second half. They've got to take care of the ball. They're down by 7, 34-27 with 1:45 left in the third quarter.
Fuquay in for him. That's where I was headed with that. Sinley out front to Martins. Martins was looking low post to Hamill. Hamill the top of the key. Dribbles. Back out to Dooley. He tries to drive the lane. Throws in. It ends up to Martins in the corner. Shot up, 3-point land, and it's good. Widen that lead out to 37-27, 10-point lead with 1:20 left here in the third quarter. Biggest lead of the ball game, I believe, isn't it, Jack?
It is, biggest lead right now.
And Fullerton, top of the key, gives it to Henniker. Henniker throws it to Smits under the basket and throws it into Fuquay's chest, and it bounces out of bounds. And
Brown County caught a break on that one. I thought maybe Fuquay might have had a hand on that, but they say West Hancock had some quick hands, and Sinley had his hand in there and knocked it out of bounds.
Brown County's got to get something going on the offensive side of the board. Down low to Smits. He jumper. Short, good. 37-29, West Hancock over Brown County. A minute left here in the third quarter. Dooley will bring the ball up front court for West Hancock. Guarded by Henniker, right side to Sinley. Sinley out front to Martin. Back to Sinley on the right-hand side. Dorothy wants the ball low. Hamill, pass to Hamill, but Smits intercepts. Layup is up and good. And it's 37-31. Lead cut from 10 to 6 in no time here. And Dooley's going to bring the ball up. Gives it to Sinley. Sinley on the right-hand side.
It's been Smits in the third quarter with 12 points in this quarter.
Dooley, top of the key, gives it to Hamill, guarded by Smits. Down low to Dorothy. That's Fuquay on him, but a three-pointer by Sinley, and it's good, and he was closer to the out-of-bounds line than he was the three-point line on that play.
That was a crushing three-pointer right there.
40-31, 9-point lead for West Hancock over Brown County. Fullerton to Henniker on the left-hand side. Henniker drives the lane. Dorothy blocks, and I believe he's going to get a foul on that.
Lucas Dorothy's going to pick up his first second team foul the second half. It'll be a shooting foul. Brown County 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Nathan Hendricker, the junior, with 8 points in the ball game, all in the first half at the free throw line, and he'll shoot a pair. Brown County 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. Make them 2 for 3 now as Hendricker's got 9. It is a 40-32 ball game in the third quarter with 8.1 seconds left in the quarter. Woodward sits down and Miller back into the game. Hendricker will shoot the second of the two-shot foul. It is up and also good. He's got 10.
And so, inbounded by Dooley into Sinley. Pressure defense by Brown County. Hendricker reaches in, gets the foul with 5.5 seconds left in this ball game.
Third quarter action, and Hendricker picks up his second. It is the fourth team foul, so they had one to give there with no problem. Kept them from taking the ball up the court, and 5.5 seconds left in the half, and clock ran a little slow that time.
Man-to-man pressure defense by Brown County. Ball inbounded to Dooley, but knocked away by Smits and ends up at Fuquay's hands. He shoots a shot, no good. Miller tries to put one up before the buzzer, and it's not good. Too late. End of 3 quarters of play. It is West Hancock 40 and Brown County 33. We'll be back. That's the Cass Communication scoreboard after these messages.
(40-33) the lead for West Hancock. 8 minutes left in the ball game. West Hancock will have the ball. They're 16 of 38, 42%, 3 of 9 from the arc, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Brown County 14 of 25, 56%, but not many rebounds in the ball game and too many turnovers, 15. And West Hancock with the basketball. Here's Steve.
Martins, we're about the free throw line, and Hindeker tries to strip it. Fullerton ends up with the basketball, and they're going to call a foul on Martins as he got a little frustrated after he lost the basketball there. Nice pressure by Brown County. Let's see if they can take advantage of that turnover.
His first team third of the ball game. Brown County down by 7, so a 2 or a 3 here could creep them ever so close, but they've got to take care of the basketball.
One thing I said, even in big ball games with losing by a lot, Brown County does not give up. Miller back in the ball game, and he gets tied up by Sinley.
It'll stay the way of Brown County here.
And so it'll be Brown County's ball out.
Gavin Miller, about 5'6", he's just having trouble getting open today.
Down low to Hindeker. He spins, turns, and shoots, and it's good.
He's got 12.
And so it's 40-35 with 7:30 left on the Cass Communication scoreboard here in the 4th quarter. It'll be Hamill bringing the ball up against Smith on the right-hand side. Back to the left side to Sinley. Dooley on the left-hand side. He's going to drive the lane and loses the ball. Hindeker ends up with it. Fullerton's going to push it back the other way. Gives it out to Miller. Miller's going to give it to Hindeker to set up the offense. To Smith. Smith's going to drive the lane, goes up and shoots, and is fouled in the process. And I believe that's going to be Hamill on the foul, but we'll see how they end up calling it here, Jack.
Well, we'll look and see. On the double, they're going to call that on Dorothy. Dorothy's going to pick up his second, team foul number 4, shooting foul. And to the free throw line, Cannon Smith, who had 12 points in the 3rd quarter, has 14 in the ball game. First time to charity stripe. 3 of 6 is Brown County, and he's short on the first one. Got to make those free throws.
Tax season's coming soon. Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, 773-3400.
Second one up by Smits. He makes the adjustment. It's good. He's got 15 in the ball game, and it's a 4-point game, 40-36 West Hancock.
And it'll top of the key. Sinley on the right-hand side. He tries to work against Miller. Miller's pesky out there. Gets the ball out to Martins. He's going to shoot 3, and it is no good. Rebound Fuquay, and it's going to be a foul on Dorothy on the play, on the rebound, over the back. Nice job by Chance Fuquay to get position on that, Jack.
Dorothy picks up his third second in about 10 seconds in the 4th or 5th of the ball, the second half. 6:40 left in just a 4-point game. Brown County creeping right back into it. A game that's had 3 ties and 4 lead changes.
Hindeker on the right-hand side bounces in the lane to Smits. He tries to off-feed it to Fullerton in the opposite corner, and it's going to be a turnover for Brown County.
Ill-advised pass right there is trying to break towards the basket, and one zigged and one zagged, and that means a turnover, the 16th of the ball game.
And so it'll be Dooley bringing the ball up against Hindeker down the right-hand side, and he loses the ball out of bounds, and the official says it's Brown County's ball the other way.
Anything you can do, I can do worse, I guess. 13th turnover and the 7th of the second half on West Hancock. Very uncharacteristic to them, and Brown County's got another shot to cut this one within 2 or possibly 1.
And the West Hancock fans and the coach are upset about that call. Hindeker on the left-hand side. Looking for an opening. Miller, top of the key. Miller's going to drive the lane, pulls up and shoots, and makes it. And I believe, is that his first two?
First two of the ball game, 2-point game.
5:58 left on the Cass Communications scoreboard, fourth quarter. 40-38, West Hancock up by 2. And it's going to be Hamill bringing the ball up against Smits. Back out to Dooley now that they're across the line. To Martins on the right side. Gives it down low to Dooley, and he tries to hook and go baseline. And shot was blocked by Hamill. And it was blocked by Smits, but they said he got the body in there. And so that's going to be, is that 4 fouls?
If it's on Camden Smith, it'll be his 4th, but I'm waiting for it. The Fuquay's the one they put it up on the board on, so it's his 3rd.
It's 3rd. 2
free throws by Drake Hamill, and he's good again. Hamill was 16 in the ball game, makes it a 3-point game, 41-38. West Hancock, 5:38 left in the ball game on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Hamill was 16. Nope, he misses the second one, and the rebound comes up to who? Fuquay?
Fuquay. And it's going to be Fullerton, the freshman, bringing it up. To Hinderkirk to Fuquay in the lane, and it goes right through his hands, and we're going to go back the other direction.
17 turnovers on Brown County, 7 in the second half, in a 3-point game.
Good pass there, but just was not caught. And it's going to be Dooley on the right-hand side. And it's going to be Hamill guarded by Smits. To Martins out front. Back to Hamill. He's going to push and drive to the lane. Up and no good. Rebound Martins. And they're going to call a foul on either Fullerton or Fuquay. Let's see which fingers go up there. And it looks like it's going to be... Oh, they called it on Gavin Miller. That's going to be his first foul of the ball game.
Yep, Miller's first, team 5th. Free throws the other way. 2 free throws. 9 of 11 is West Hancock. Make them 10 of 12 on the day. Martins picks up his 6th point of the game. 42-38 West Hancock. Here comes Bergman back in. And Fuquay sits down. He's given his team some good minutes. 5:08 left in the contest. And the second free throw goes up and is also good by Martins. And 11 of 13 on the day for that squad.
Back the other way with just about 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Fullerton brings it into the front court. To Hinderkirk on the left-hand side. Hinderkirk will give it to Smits in the lane, and he's tied up by Hamill. And Steve Surratt, Jack Hall back with you at Western Hall. 4:43 left here in the fourth quarter. It's West Hancock 43, Brown County 40. Full court pressure by Brown County. Ball's going to be brought up by Sinley, guarded by Fullerton. Over to Dorothy. He'll bring it across the line. Back out to Sinley. Dooley will set up the offense now, top of the key. Sinley on the left-hand side. Down low to Dorothy. He'll spin and shoot. 2 points. It's almost automatic in there for the big man. 45-40, West Hancock over Brown County on the Cass Communications scoreboard. 4:15 left on the clock. Hinderkirk on the left-hand side.
He's got 11 and 9 in the second half.
Smits in the lane. Fakes. Brings the ball back down. Out to Miller at the top of the key. To Fullerton, guarded by Sinley. Out to Hinderkirk, top of the key. And West Hancock's had good pressure defense the whole time. Hinderkirk drives the lane.
Offensive foul against Hinderkirk. That'll be his 3rd of the ball game, 19th turnover of the contest. That's a big call too. With 3:56 left, a 5-point game, 45-40 West Hancock, and they'll have the ball.
And Martins brings it up, full court pressure, and they're going to call foul on Miller as he strips the ball on that play.
Miller gets called for the foul instead of the turnover in West Hancock. 6-team foul against Brown County. 3:51 left, so they'll put this squad to the free throw line after this. No, they're saying 8. I didn't really have them for 6. I'll be darned. You know me. Free throws to Martins, who's 3 for 3 from there. He'll shoot the 1-and-1 at the 3:51 mark. 45-40. Free throws have been the difference in this one so far. First one is up by Martins and good. He's got 8, and 4 of those from the charity stripe.
Moreland and Davitt Pharmacy, located Rushville, Virginia, Beardstown, and Mount Sterling inside the IGA. For refills, mdpharmacy.com or call 773-2020.
46-40, West Hancock make it 47-40 as Martins makes them both.
Fullerton brings it down, 47-40. 3:45 left on the clock. Fullerton brings it in the front court. To Henniker on the left side. He tries to drive, backs it back out to Smits. Back to Henniker. Henniker on the left-hand side. Drives the lane, passes off to Bergman. Nice pass, and 2 points. Be 47-42. West Hancock over Brown County by 5 now with 3:25 left on the clock. And Sinley with the ball offside to Martin for an easy bucket under. Wide open. Miller's going to bring it back the other way. 49-42, 3:10 left on the clock. Underneath the Bergman. Left-handed shot. Good off the glass.
He's got
49-44 for Bergman. And Sinley brings the ball up against Miller. Miller pretty pesky on the defensive side of the ball. Dooley's got the ball now, going to set up the offense. Left-hand side to Hamill, being guarded by Smith. Switch off to Bergman. Smith knocks the ball away, but right into Hamill's hands. And it's Dooley to Sinley. Almost loses the ball out of bounds thanks to the official. Bounced it back in for him. And he's being tied up by Miller, and they're going to call timeout for West Hancock. With that, we'll be back after these messages. States are at Jack Hall, back with you at Western Hall. 2:39 left here in the fourth quarter, and it's West Hancock 49 over Brown County 44, 5 points. West Hancock will take the ball inbounds after the timeout, and it's Dooley with the ball on the right-hand side, the corner to Himmel. He looks, finds Martin top of the key. Sinley on the right-hand side. He's going to dribble. Back out to Hamill. Hamill dribbles to the lane, pulls up. Fakes, throws the ball out to Sinley from three-point land, no good. Rebound, Bergman, and Fullerton will bring the ball back up the other way for Brown County. To Miller, and it goes off of Miller's hands, and they're going to say it's Hancock, West Hancock's ball there.
Brown County just turns it over to most inopportune times, and that's 20 turnovers now when you're trying to fight back down by 5, and they could have cut that to a 3 or 2 point game.
They need a turnover by West Hancock now in the worst way. Full court pressure by Brown County. Dooley's bringing the ball up against Henniker and almost loses the ball there. Henniker reaches in to get the foul early.
His fourth.
2:03 left on in the fourth quarter. 49-44 as Dooley goes to the line. Fourth foul on Henniker.
He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 49-44, 2:03 left. West Hancock with the lead. And West Hancock has shot lights out from the free throw line, and they continue it here as Dooley has 7, and he's 3 for 4 from there. The squad is 14 for 16 from the free throw line with 2:03 left. Second one up by Dooley. He's just so calm and puts it right in. He's got 8 in the game.
51-44, 7-point game. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. West Hancock over Brown County. Fullerton left-hand side to Henniker. Goes to the lane, throws it up. No good. Rebound Henniker, no good. Rebound Dorothy going the other direction. And Hamill's going to bring up the ball against Smits, and foul on Smits. And that'll be about, is it 4 on him also?
Well, I thought it was 4, but let's take a look. Nope, they just say 3 on him.
Okay, with that.
That's a double bonus situation. You put Hamill to the free throw line where a team's 15 for 17. And you're down by 7 with 1:46 left. First one up by Hamill, and he's trying to seal the deal. He's got 16 in the ball game, and that's 4 in the second half. He is 4 for 5 from the free throw line.
Winner of this game plays at 5 o'clock tomorrow against Jacksonville.
Second one also good by Hamill. 17 of 19. That's the difference in this one.
Henniker brings it up on the left-hand side. Minute and 40 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Henniker still on the left-hand side. Gives it to Miller on the right side. He's going to shoot 3 up and no good. Nothing but air. Bergman rebound. Tries to throw it up, and he'll be tied up. Timeout, Brown County. We'll be back after this message. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. 53-44, West Hancock over Brown County. Minute and 30 left here in the fourth quarter. West Hancock 53 and Brown County 44. And like you said, Jack, Brown County gets back into the ball game, and then they have a turnover.
Turnovers 20 in the ball game. They've turned over West Hancock 14 times on the day, but just West Hancock difference in the game, 17-19 from the free throw line versus 4 for 7 from Brown County, and it's not the officials, it's just the type of offense. Brown County only 33 shots on the day. They've made 19, but they get no offensive rebounds, and the board disparity is huge for West Hancock.
Go back to my Yingling and Nissen keys to the game, free throws and turnovers for Brown County, and that has been the difference in this ball game. Ball was inbounded, ends up in the hands of Sinelli. He gets tied up, ends up on the ground, and they're going to say Brown County's ball out of that, Jack.
21 turnovers in Brown County, 15 on West Hancock. Now Brown County probably caught a little break on that one.
Smith's into Miller. He'll set up the offense. He's going to the left-hand side, can't find anybody, still has his dribble, goes to the lane, and jumps and shoots, and it's going to be out of bounds on West Hancock.
Yeah, Miller just trying to do too much there. He's a 5'6" youngster out there just trying to force the things a little bit too much.
Fullerton will inbound for Brown County. Tries to inbound to Smiths, and it's Dorothy with the ball. Going to be brought by Martins into the front court, given to Dooley with just a minute and 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, 53-49. And Bergman's going to foul, and that should be, what, his fourth foul?
That'll be his fourth. Double bonus situation for West Hancock as they'll go to the free throw line again with 1:01 left. They lead by 9. And I think that ties, or they had a 10-point lead at one time in the ball game. Dorothy with 1:01 left steps to the free throw line. 11 points and 9 of those in the second half for the junior. First one up by Dorothy is no good.
York Tire, 217-773-3947. York Tire is located 501 East Main Street in Mount Sterling, right behind the FS Fast Stop.
17-20 now from the free throw line. Dorothy's second one, well, he misses them both, and he might be the secret. And now they're going to call a foul as Bergman picks up the rebound, and they're going to call the foul on Dooley. Dooley will pick up his first.
And so Bergman needs to make both of these foul shots here. It can't miss those at this point in the ball game. And we're not in the bonus, so he's not going to be shooting.
Somebody shot 48 free throws in one ball game in this tournament at one time. Not this one, though. 21 today, but they've got a great percentage of free throw shooting.
Hindeker in the front court goes to the lane, feeds it down to Smith. Smith can't keep the ball in. They said Smith was out of bounds.
Hindeker threw the last extra pass, and Smith just wasn't ready for it. And now that's 23 turnovers.
Go up with it strong and get a foul.
Yeah, now they're going to sit Berkman down and put Fuquay back in, and also into the ball game comes Woodward, and I think he's going to sit Hindeker down with 52 seconds left in a 9-point game, and I think Brown County is just going to concede the defeat here. A turnover,
turnover, Fullerton back out to Miller. Miller's going to shoot three, no good. Rebound, Smith back up with the ball, no good. Rebound, Dooley, and he is fouled by Smith on the play.
Smith's going to pick up the foul. That will be his fourth. Will walk to the other end. Camden couldn't get the layup to go, and he's fighting for anything he can and just had to reach in that time. 41.7 seconds left in this contest, 53-44. Steve, will you be back tomorrow for Brown County?
I'll be back. Brown County, I'll play at 9 o'clock. We'll be back for the broadcast. You going to be back with me?
Well, I'm staying all night tonight here, so I would imagine. We'll see.
Okay.
First one up and good. That's by Dooley again. He's got 9. 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 18 of 21 on the day from the free throw line. Or I think it's 22. Second one up is no good. Short, and the rebound comes off to Woodward. Then he turns the ball over again.
trying to pass that ball to Hindeker to bring it up the floor, and it was a weak pass. And we're going to have a foul. And we're going to put Hamill back to the line, and that's on Woodward, his second foul of the ball game.
Yeah, Woodward's going to pick up his second. Double bonus situation. Hamill up again and can't get the first one to fall. Kind of a little tired at the end of the ball game. He's missed 2 out of 7 so far. 17 points on the day. Had 12 of those in the first half. Second one up makes the adjustment, and it's good.
Ball inbounded to Hindeker. It'll be 55-44, 11-point game. Going to start having to pull some threes or get fouled. Hindeker drives the lane, no good. Bergman can't get the rebound. Rebound by Dooley. Smits knocks the ball out, knocks it off of Sinley, but let's see how they call that. Nope, they said it didn't go off of Sinley.
Nope, 55-44, 11-point game. Brown County going to empty the bench now. Miller and Fuquay back in. They'll set Bergman down and Hindeker with 24.5 seconds left. And actually, West Hancock can just dribble the ball out. But Brown County in full court pressure right now.
They got defensive squad in. Dooley inbound, fouled by Bain Woodward with 23.2 seconds left. 11-point ball game on the Cass Communications scoreboard, 55-44. West Hancock over Brown County.
I don't think you need to give up in a game when you have a chance, but when it's down by 11, 23 seconds left, probably time to quit fouling and move on to the next one. To the free throw line goes Dooley looking for his 10th point. He gets the free throw. Third man in double figures for West Hancock, and it makes it a 56-44 ball game, I do believe.
And let's see what happens here.
23.2 seconds left. Second one up by Dooley is also good, and he's got 11.
Bergman into Hindeker. He'll bring it into the front court to Schmitz. He's going to shoot a three-pointer, no good. And it'll be tied up by Hindeker. Dooley tied up by Hindeker on the foul, 14.5 seconds. And Brown County made a three-pointer today, Jack?
No, they're 0 for 6, actually just 3 of 14 for West Hancock. The three's not their friends. Hindeker fouls out of the ball game with 14.5 seconds left, 57-44, the lead. And back to the free throw line goes Peyton Dooley. Some will say, well, they sure got to shoot a lot of free throws. Well, Brown County fouled a lot today. 20 of 25, make them 21 of 26 on the day, as Dooley now with 12 points. He shot 10 free throws and made 8 of them. 58-44, make it 59-44 as he makes the second, and Dooley with 13.
Miller to the front court for Brown County. 11 seconds left. Bain Woodward puts up a three. No good. Rebound Fullerton. The little man shoots a layup, and it's good. 2 seconds left. They're just going to let time run out and not even inbound the ball. And so that's the end of the ball game. We'll be back in a moment with the Cassing Lumber postgame show and the Napa Know-How Award from McKay Napa Auto Parts for the player of the ball game. Final score here. West Hancock 59, Brown County 46. We'll be back after these messages.
Welcome back on the post-game show. Brown County led at 14-10 after one quarter over West Hancock, trailed 21-16 at halftime as they were outscored 11-2 in that second quarter. A 40-33 West Hancock lead after three, a 19-17 quarter, and they win at 59-46 as they outscored them 19-13 in the fourth quarter. Brown County 20 of 40 for the day from the field, 0 of 7 from the arc, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line for 57%. On the other side, West Hancock 18 of 43, 41.8%. They were just 3 of 14 from the three-point line, but 9 points there was huge, 21.4%. But the Biggie, 22 of 27 from the free throw line, 81%. They were led on the day by Drake Hamill with 18 points, but the second half scoring of Drew Martins, who had 11, 9 in the second half, 13 by Peyton Dooley. Those were 7 in the second half. And Lucas Dorothy, he had 11, 9 in the second half, was big for them. On the other side, Camden Smith woke it up and had 15 of his 17 in the second half of the ball game, leading his team. Nathan Hendricker had 12 in the ball game, 11 by Bergman, 2 by Gavin Miller, and 2 by Bryce Fullerton in the game. Brown County loses at 59-46. And I'll bet you if you take a look at rebounding, we'll take a look at that. They say just 27-21, but the second chance baskets 14-2 for West Hancock, plus the free throw disparity. And it was just, you got to box out and you can't turn the ball over. Brown County turned it over 24 times on the day.
We said the keys, Yingling and Nissen keys to the game, Jack, at the very beginning was shooting free throws, and Brown County was what on free throws?
They were 4 of 7 and 22 of 27 for West Hancock. But, you know, I agree with that to a point, but a lot of it's boxing out and making turnovers. That was just the backbreaker on the day.
Free throws and turnovers are the big things that we talk about with Brown County, and they were okay on the free throws, but you've got to shoot better than 50%. I mean, that's got to be what you do. You're listening to the Casting Lumber postgame show. Hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store can help you start or finish a job inside, outside, big or small. Stop by and see how they can help you get the job done, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Casting Lumber Company, Route 99 South Mount Sterling, 773-2611. And it's time for the Napa Know-How Player of the Game, brought to you by McKay Napa Auto Parts in Mount Sterling. Jack, and we usually name one off of each team. Since we're a Brown County broadcasting system, we don't want to leave out the Brown County players because there's usually a standout on that side. So I'll let you do the honors on Wes Hancock. Who do you think was the player of the game for Wes Hancock?
Well, there's no doubt that Drake Hamill is their best player, but Dorothy in the second half used his size and made a difference. Plus, you got to take a look also at Peyton Dooley, who caused a lot of those turnovers on the day.
Okay, so your final vote is for?
Oh, I would say you got to give it to Dooley, quite honestly.
Okay. Mr. Hustle out there doing a fine job running the offense. On the Brown County side of the ball, I would, I
don't think there's too much doubt. Bergman and Smits were probably the keys to the game. Smits with 15 of his 17 points in the second half. He tried to bring his team back, but I liked what Bryce Bergman did under the basket, and I'd give it to him if I were you.
Yeah, that's it. Brady Bergman's who I'm going to give it to. Out there for Brown County, because I tell you what, he was playing in the land of the Giants underneath there. He's not as tall as everyone else. Good job on the board, nice layups in the ball game, and some good rebounds, and had some turnovers. And so we're going to give it to Brady Bergman in the ball game. And so with that, that is your McKay Napa Auto Parts Napa Know-How Award for the ball game. Jack, it's been great working with you today. Hope you can work with us tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock we'll be on the air with the broadcast tomorrow, and they will play Abington tomorrow, correct?
Abington Avon, the Tornadoes of Kent Jones, ought to be a good contest, and if Brown County can win, they can move on to Saturday to play early on Saturday too.
Okay, and that'll be the game tomorrow. Stay tuned tonight on the station at 5 o'clock. Sandy Prather and Susie Houston will have the broadcast for you at 5 o'clock from the Lady Tiger Classic in Beardstown, and we'll have the girls playing, I believe it's Abington that they're playing tonight.
Yep, that's true, and if you don't mind, Central Illinois Sports will have a game at 2:30 today. That'll be Pittsfield and Taylor Ridge. 8 o'clock tonight, Liberty will play, and then at 9:30, Camp Point Central and Lewiston on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube. You can watch those games also.
Yep, those games are being streamed and also audio on the MixLR app, right, Jack?
That is correct.
So you can go to MixLR and just search for Central Illinois Sports and then follow it. And just like your Brown County broadcast, every time they're on the air, you'll get notification. That way you know if there's a game being broadcast, and a lot of times if they have internet speed, they are streaming the ball games video-wise. And if you've got a smart TV at home, guess what? You can sit in the luxury of your living room with that smart TV, or cast it to your TV if you're tech savvy, and watch the ball game from the living room. I know Ben Hamilton does that quite a bit when you guys do the Winchester tournament.
You bet. That's right. Today, Jacksonville beat Abington 56-41 in the first game. Then a game you heard on BCHornetsports.com, a West Hancock win over Brown County 59-46. We've got more games coming your way in the tournament. If you're wondering what's next,